Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, from Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's time for the NXT Event Center Wrestling Report. And now here's the man that will bring you all the wrestling happenings from the WWE Superstars of tomorrow, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans 1977. Episode number 2342, ladies and gentlemen. And as we are going to be talking about a little bit of NXT action and a little bit of NXT. And as you know, the road to the Great American Bash and Evolution has just begun. As you know, Evolution is an all-women's pay-per-view that will be happening in July. And I'll tell you one thing, I think this coming July, it's going to be a very interesting July because, one, I got the weekend of the Wayland City Festival, and I got a lot of events, wrestling events to watch. Between on here and out there, it's going to be the most insane weekend I ever went through. And here's the fun part. I got Saturdays off now, so this is a huge opportunity for me to enjoy the weekends. And so it's really, really cool, and I'm really excited. And by the way, I hope you guys enjoyed my videos. Of course, so far, I know not too many people like them because the picture quality is not good and all that. I don't know what it is. It's the app that may have something to do with it. Because sometimes, after you do one video, and that's in great condition, and you do videos following that. I don't know why it does that. It's some strange pattern. I gotta find another app that is similar to this one, and basically, I should have downloaded that previous app that I should have downloaded that previous app and kept it in a USB file, and because that one was working fine until they got rid of it. So that's the way it is, folks, and I can't afford to getting more apps out there. But the fact of the matter is, right now, I'm sticking with what I got, and it's worked just fine. As long as you can hear my voice and hear me talk, that's hopefully that'll be fine with you. I know, like I said, sometimes video qualities are not the best, but it is what it is. And I know people made fun of the videos, and I took care of the individual, and I deleted his channel and hit him and hit his channel, and he's not showing up again. So I'm not going to worry about that. If he says, "Oh, you can't take it," no. I'm just sick of it. I'm old school, but sometimes you can't take no more. You're just sick of it. You just got to get rid of it. That's the way it is. Throw it away like trash. That's how I feel about people's comments sometimes if they get insulting. So. But anyways, all four ladies, Jada Parker, Izzy Dane, Lash Legend, and Jordan Grace, cut a promo about who is going to win the Fatal 4-Way. And these four ladies are the most athletic ladies in this matchup, so you expect this to be a humongous fight. Then it kicked off with a TNA title match, Trick Williams defending against Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs made a mistake with a moonsault, and Trick Williams took advantage of that situation and ended up winning the matchup. And he decided to address the crowd after the matchup and about to run his mouth about him being the greatest TNA champion and all that and dominating two brands and all. And then Joe Hendry interrupts him, but Trick Williams was prepared for him, but Joe Hendry came up from behind and Trick Williams turned around. Joe Hendry clotheslined him and got Trick Williams to retreat outside the ring. Meanwhile, Tavion Heights was talking to Ren Sinclair. In fact, Tavion Heights had something done with his mouth or something like that. I think Charlie Dempsey started punching him in the mouth during training and all that. And Tavion Heights was a little upset with him about it. He said, I got to get my match. I got to get ready for Javon Evans now. I don't know if I'm going to beat him with face mask. And Charlie Dempsey, I think he's still cranky at the fact that Miles Bourne has left. No quarter catch through. And you know what? Here's an idea, Charlie Dempsey. Get a freaking haircut. That haircut of yours looks ugly. Look more like your dad, who looks like a classy chap. The Charlie Dempsey haircut, that haircut of Charlie Dempsey, you're ugly, man. ugly, makes you ugly. Shave the sideburns, dude. Look like me. Look as good as I do, Charlie Dempsey. You dork. Oh, I'm no cool to catch crew. Cut your hair. Get a haircut. Shave your sideburns, boy. You trying to look like a beetle? Anyways, Miles Bourne was talking to the Florida Gators players, George Grubbs Jr. and Tyreek Sapp, and as he was talking, Lexis King, who that's what Chayton looks like, Lexis King on crack. And next time he comes on the stream, I'm going to tell him that, like, hey Chayton, you look like Lexis King on crack. And Lexis King's trying to get, Miles, and Miles Bourne's fine, and all. And Lexis King, just you're just like your father, man. You're just like your father. Ooh. So then Javon Evans took on Tavion Heights, and Evans ended up winning the matchup. But then, as Evans comes out, Jasper Troy attacks Evans after the match. What is Jasper Troy's issue? Jasper Troy is such a grump, let me tell you. Better look out. Now, Ricky Saints took on Ashanti the Adonis in that matchup, and Ricky Saints' first match back, and he ended up winning the match. And he ends up winning the matchup, and then Ethan Page interrupts him by a video, but then the video froze, and then Ethan Page attacks Ricky Saints again. Ethan Page, can you stop being a crybaby? I don't like Ricky Saints. I want him to keep him away from me. I would have slapped him upside. I would have slapped Ricky Saints. No, I would have not Ricky Saints. I would have slapped Ethan Page upside his freaking head. I said, quit your whining. You're the NXT North American champion. Quit your whining. You big baby. One more. Well, DarkState addresses what's next for them. Do they have their eye on something? We'll find out. Oba Femi addresses the crowd about his reign as NXT champion, but he does not like being idle. He wants to fight. He wants a competition. He doesn't want to rest on his laurels. I respect that, Oba Femi. So issue an open challenge. Here comes Yoshiki Inamura. Issue a challenge to him, and and Oba Femi says, you know something? You and I have a little bit in common, but you better bring it because you're not going to get it. You're not going to get the championship. In fact, I want to show you right on the ruler. So, and as he's about to leave, Jasper Troy attacks Yoshiki Inamura now. What's up with that? And then confronts Oba Femi. I will explain what that's going to mean. Izzy Dame talks to Tatum Paxton, gives her a doll, and it seems like, would you like to be in my corner? And Tatum Paxton says yes. And then Ruka Azaria says, you're not seriously taking this. And he goes, if she said, one, you cost her in a matchup, and the only title you're going to get is the one on your best friend's shoulders. And then, would you be at ringside? So Tatum Paxley went with Izzy Dame. So who's your friend? Sean Spears, Nico Benz goes, who's your friend? It's Tatum Paxley. Because you guys got, so you get out there. We got, and Nico Benz, we got something planned. Yeah, I think we'll keep an eye on some gold. Then Trick Williams talks to High Rise. He's upset about what Joe Hendry did. And Wesley goes, let me take care of Joe Hendry next week. So I like the sound of that. Then the Heritage Cup Championship was online. Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stacks Lorenzo. There was an injury that happened to Noam Dar. It got severe to the point where he could not defend the Heritage Cup. So they had to relinquish it. Then, and the first round, it was nobody. Tony D'Angelo picked the first fall in the second round. Third round, nothing. And Channing Stacks Lorenzo took the fourth and fifth rounds because of Luca Crisafino. He finally appeared in the fifth round, in Tony D'Angelo's corner. And then during the fifth round match, one of Stacks' associates about to use a bucket. Luca Crisafino saw that and prevented him from using it, but they actually let it go, and he accidentally hit Tony D'Angelo in the back of the bucket, costing him the match against Channing Stacks Lorenzo, who is your new NXT Heritage Cup champion. And as Crucifino's trying to reason with him, Tony D'Angelo knocks him out and says, I don't trust you or you. Point change attacks Lorenzo. Looks like the Don's going to need a new family they can trust. And we haven't seen Adriana Rizzo. Whose side is she on? Then Sarah Schreiber interviewed Fatal Influence and said, hey, and they talk about, they were gloating how they hurt Blake Monroe and ruined her contract signing. He says, and now whoever's at Evolution will have their hand raised, but at Evolution, I'm the one who's going to have my hand raised. That's what JC Jane said. Thea Hale was talking to the LFG crew about what happened in her match against Jada Parker, and then Lainey Reed interrupts her and, you know, and starts talking a little smack. Lash Legend interrupts both ladies and goes, we'll show you how the blue... I'm going to show you guys, you LFG guys, we're going to show you guys how the Bougie Bully does it. And then Ava confronts Ethan Page about Ricky Saints, and both of you are going to be in my office, because we're settling this, and well, the only way you can sell it is keep them away from me. So I know Ricky Saints is going to be full of P&V after what Ethan Page did to him. And then she discovered, and she heard a bang. Hank and Tank, the tag team champions, were attacked in the back. Who's been doing it? Is it the Culling, or is it DarkState? That could be the two biggest suspect teams in NXT right now. Then Sarah Schreiber interviewed Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry says, and he vows to get the title back from Trick Williams, the TNT title. Meanwhile, Chase U, class is in session, but Andre Chase addressed what happens, and you need to toughen up and all that. And then Cale Dixon and Uriah Connor says, you're going to talk about, you know what? This is what cost. Your philosophy is what cost Chase U. And they both walked out. I can't believe I recruited him and all that. They're going to hurt Chase's feelings. I'll tell you one thing. You guys, listen, Cale Dixon and Uriah Connors are being such a bunch of whiny babies. Come on. Just, use your knowledge and then use that knowledge inside the ring. Believe me, boys, it's going to pay off. Maybe Chase University needs a new killer instinct. Maybe Uriah Connors and Cale Dixon may have a point. I don't know. That's for sure. All right. Well, now here's what's on the card for next week. 3 matches. A number 1 contenders match between Jasper Troy and Yoshiki Inamura. The winner will take on Oba Femi at the Great American Bash for the NXT Championship. Meanwhile, Joe Hendry will go one-on-one with Wes Lee, and Miles Bourne will take on Lexis King. And the women's number 1 contenders fatal 4-way matchup. Winner will face JC Jane for the title at Evolution. Jada Parker, Izzy Dame, Lash Legend, and Jordan Grace. Fatal Influence was on the balcony watching the matchup. And guess what? We have a new number 1 contender, Jordan Grace. So at Evolution, first match on the card, JC Jane will defend her NXT Women's Championship against Jordan Grace. That's going to be a heck of a matchup for sure, and we will find out. And we haven't seen Blake Monroe. Will she get herself in the title picture? Who knows for sure. Well, that is it. That's all the time we have. Episode 2342 of the show. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Eric Lima of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. Tomorrow we got a little bit of Joker's Wild. We got some Evolve. We got Dynamite, AEW Dynamite, and AEW Dynamite. And that is it. So, thank you guys for a wonderful day. Hope you guys had a great day. Good night, everybody, because it is near bedtime for a lot of us folks. And keep cool. I think we're going to be having some cooler weather for the rest of the week. I do believe we'll be halfway through the week tomorrow. So thank you for tuning in. And until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and do it for Bob Saget production and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.